You good? Well, what do you know about Auburn, and what do you think about Auburn, I guess, when they roll in here?
Auburn run a lot of man. One thing I can say that they got talent all around in their secondary. They got athletes, quick tempo team. In the end of the day, they got confidence, and they beat a lot of great football teams.
Will they play man? Will they zone you a lot? Or how do you think they'll defend you guys?
Man, they like to try to reroute the slots. We kind of watch a little bit on film. They're not as disciplined with their eyes, but overall, they got good chemistry. A lot of them been playing together, and they're cornerbacks. They'll gamble a lot. They're good at coming downhill, breaking on the ball. So we got to do a good job of route running and just reading our triangle before the line, before the ball hike.
How much different will this be this weekend at home? I mean, you're still playing a ranked team, but you got them at home as opposed to the last two on the road.
I mean, this is a help. Momentum really. Playing at home, everybody have a home field advantage. Just the intensity, the energy that's going to be created. On the road, you have to create your own energy. Playing a hostile environment. So this is going to be a advantage to us, and we got to take advantage of it and go out there and just play hard.
Jake, do you feel like you guys are adjusting timing-wise well with Josh Dobbs?
Yes, Josh. Every day is room for improvement, but we have came a long way with Josh Dobbs. Throughout the course of the season, the camp, we didn't get too many reps with him because of Earl and Nate. But the last few practices, we were getting our timing down, packing our spacing with our route running.
What have you seen out of him the last couple of days after that first game, under his belt now? Have you seen anything different in these couple of days practice?
Dobbs is Dobbs. He matured. He handled everything positively. He come out each and every day to work.
Coach Jones talked about making practices, maybe more physical, full pads. Did you notice a difference? Have you noticed a difference this week?
Intensity, energy. We getting after it. We out there having fun. That's not something that we don't do, but it just, everybody coming with an edge. We got 3 games, and we need to win 2 games, get to a bowl. We plan on winning all 3, so, it's just time and place that we out here to work. So that's something everyone came out to do with, mindset to work.
Was practice not as tough the past couple of weeks or so?
Of course it was tough. It was just, every time we were going shells or vests, and, we didn't go full contact to save, players' injuries or whatnot. But in general, I just think, just get everybody going as far as hitting, tie drill with O-line, D-line, when we're going against the DBs one-on-one. So in general, everybody, like I said, came out here with an edge to make each other better so, we can perform on Saturday.
Hey, how do linemen respond when they hear the word soft that Butch Jones used yesterday? Does that get them pretty fired up?
Oh yeah, I don't know a lineman like that. That should be, insult if they don't call you soft. But every play, every snap you hitting. So, a lot of our guys just take everything personal, but, they use it to motivate them. They go out there and work.
You guys played really well against Georgia and South Carolina, slipped off the pace the last 2 weeks. What did you guys do differently against Georgia and South Carolina? What made the difference?
Our energy. Playing on the road, you got to create your own energy. South Carolina, Georgia, of course, was a home game. We had that advantage, and I think executing more importantly. When the teams go, try to just stay positive, continue to have the energy to motivate each one another. So that's something that we got to continue doing when we're on the road. And I just think all around, just having that home field advantage helped us as a unit.
Nick, what can you tell us about Jonathan Johnson? We haven't talked to him yet. Came in late. What type of person is he?
Jonathan Johnson's a hard worker. The minute he came in, he got the playbook down pat. He know the playbook inside and out. He's a hard worker. He know multiple positions. He a player's coach. He's coachable. He do all the right things. So, when he came in, I kind of linked up with him. We got a chemistry down pat, and just his character as a player, I kind of salute him.
You guys play kind of a similar position. Has that helped kind of bounce some stuff off each other?
Yeah, if it's something he see when I'm on the field, he'll come and help me. If it's something, that he did wrong that I see, I come and help him. We kind of coach each other when we in the game or we out the game. We try to better each other.
What have you seen from Josh this week coming off? I know he had a couple of turnovers on Saturday. What have you seen from him and kind of his demeanor this week?
Respond positively, with a worker mindset. Most important, yesterday during practice, I saw him afterwards just catching balls. That's something a lot of us do, but he was down there at the end, just, repping it, So in general, he responded positively, and he out here trying to work.
Playing so many ranked teams the last few weeks, is that more of a grind physically or mentally on the team?
Football is more mental than physically if you think about it, just knowing what you need to do. But, overall, it is a grind when you're going against, physical, great bodies, hitting each and every week, playing against a solid team. 9 times out of 10, a college teams don't have just as much as teams we have as far as our schedule depth. We've been playing some great teams this past week on our schedule, and I mean, you know, that's not an excuse of anything, but they do kind of grind you physically as far as having bump and bruises here and there.
Big, I know that, I think yesterday it was Butch said that you had started coming into the complex earlier, you had started doing better in school the past couple months, and that's why you've gotten better as a player. Do you agree with all that? Because a lot of people wouldn't think that you start doing those things and it's going to make you better on Saturdays.
Yes, I mean, if you take care of everything in the classroom, you know, get your off-the-field issues out of the way, you'll be able to focus better on the field. I mean, that's one thing. That's a correlation of life. If you struggle in the classroom, you behind on what you got a lot in your mind, that's going to affect your performance on the field. You're going to have your mind somewhere else, and you're not going to be focused. So when you get everything done, you have one less thing to worry about, and they keep you mentally tuned in on the field.
What caused that transition for you? Was it just growing up? Was it some of the coaches here? Was it a friend, a parent? Who was it that sort of helped you with that?
It's growing up at the same time, but I would just say managing your time, you know, doing what's important, not procrastinating. And, you know, my freshman year, I didn't procrastinate as much, but just adjusting to college, adjusting to the season. I mean, I kind of learned from it, so I just managed my time better.
Was that something, though, that any of the coaches here, you know, got on you about or wanted you to do better? Or what kind of, you know, was that just something, an initiative that you took on yourself?
I mean, they always preach on about, you know, getting academics out of the way, that's go first, and, you know, having a good, you know, mindset as far as correlation. Like I said, if you do good in the classroom, you can do good in the field. And I mean, that just shows you. Coach always tell me, if it's important to you, you'll make. If it's not important to you, you'll make an excuse. If it's important to you, you get it done. So, I mean, I kind of just take what they tell us and run with it. And I mean, I just kind of, you know, let my actions speak.
So you have to kind of be a leader, I guess, right? Because I mean, you look around, you were just a sophomore, but there's a lot of freshmen at that position too. I mean, is it one of those things where you kind of look around and say, I have to do this?
I mean, we got a young team, but then again, you know, really, you can be a freshman in the league, but I know that we have a young wide receiver crew. You know, I try to, you know, take ownership in the lead, you know, get them advice, you know, get them little tips as far as managing your time, not procrastinating, and, you know, just on the field issues as far as having confidence, treating college like it's high school, and, you know, just being accountable.
Big, what do you think Dobbs takes from his first start Saturday night? What do you think some of the learning experiences he took from that were?
I mean, of course, improving from his mistakes, but watching film, you know, just to, you know, read your check downs, just being poised and more patient in the pocket. I mean, regardless, Dobbs going to be a success. You know?
Has he changed at all this week? Because I know he's kind of the same guy. Everybody says kind of the same thing, but has he kind of kept the same kind of mindset this week?